Everyone, it is Char from Char's Fascination. It's pajama day. Absolutely. It is the day to make these. Yep, I'm making this. Now on here, because there are various different height measurements on this pattern. Now instead of cutting this pattern, which I could do, but I'm not, I'm doing an old trick of marking it. Just pop a little hole in where your measurement size is, and then you just want to mark that out on the fabric. So it's just very, very easy to do. I already have my fabric laid out. Now the only trick with this is for your boota, and I might just be able to take this in a notch, probably more here, to make sure that I have enough of this fabric. But that I'm not really too worried about, because I kind of have like my tips and tricks on how to accomplish the completed piece of this without way too much fabric. A lot of people are like, what? Yeah, I can do that. Because instead of, there we go, right there. So just measure this out right here, and right here, which I could take in more on the ankle because my ankles aren't that big. So we can just take that in, and then what we do is just take this line, measure it out this way instead of all the way over here, which actually these align, but the only problem is the other side of this. So can we make this work? Absolutely. I know my video is up late today. My friend's daughter had a little sore throat going, and I made my healing broth. Healing soup and healing broth, new recipe coming next week. Cures what ails you, including the woo flu. That's actually the truth. So it does cure what ails you. So now the other part of, you have this part that slants for the front, right? It's right actually here. Hold on. So that part for slanting in the front is actually right here. Now here's the thing about the pattern is you got to take this, right, from here, mark it, come up this way and up and then over. But my other thing is I can drop that sleeve measurement here because I'm not a small gal. If I was a small gal, I would basically use that measurement, but I'm not going to. So what I'm going to do here is take that between U and V. You know, not UV rays, but because if we did UV rays, and the other measurement I could do for that is just take it all the way over here to S. So this particular pattern, would it need extra fabric? If it was, I'm just making this one for me. So basically the mock-up for this one is mine. And the next one that I make will be for Juliet. I wish she would really back to YouTube for Crocheting Me Too. And that was her channel name. Now I've got the sleeve pattern piece here. And now my only other thing for this is, am I really going to have enough just with like the width that I have cut out, right? I have it folded. So with the width of that already cut out, and I'm gonna have to turn down the heat in here. No, it's already turned down. So this will work out because there's different framings here for different sizes of people. I'm taking it that this one here is for your taller people like myself. 5 centimeter, 9 centimeter. Oh, I see. They have the extension on there. Okay, that's great because this is front and back. Front and back is actually basically the same piece because of how you attach the sleeving. So I may not have done correct measurements for that because it's that sleeving that goes this way. Okay, so basically you want to measure from the collarbone down. So let me remeasure this from the collarbone down and correct this. And we'll get it all on the table. Well, due to the horrific condition of that knee right now, because that ain't good. That's squishy. And my kinkle. Here's my normal ankle. Here, and then So I'm still cutting this out, but since it's taking so much pressure on, squishy. No. So I'm gonna do a different sew today. I'm still gonna have this one cut out and ready to go. Don't mind that over there. That's just a bunch of, it needs to be washed up fabrics. So let me put this one away and save that for a rainy day, like probably Monday or tomorrow. Anyway, when your knee looks like this and you got to go rub some Renew 28 on it and just let it sit there, you got to let that knee rest. So we're going to switch what we're doing today, but it's still going to have blue, just not that black. If you saw in the other segment of this video, since I had to do other things this morning. Oh, this is hard to do. I hate doing this. I have to change up what I'm going to sew today. And you guys know I have this fabric. I wanted to use it anyway, so I'm actually going to make everything go this way for stripes instead of this way for stripes. Like I did with this turtleneck. And I'm using the turtleneck on purpose. My designing for this, because for this it needs to be cut bigger for what I'm going to do, because I'm still going to put like those other sleeve, you know, like comes up this way, but I'm not going to have it go all the way down my arm. I'm going to have it go halfway. So, and I don't need a zipper. I went ahead and put that fabric aside over here for those pajamas. My knee is so swollen, I can barely stand here. So in order to do that, we just tuck that neck back. Okay, let me bring you down here again. Tuck that neck back right here, as you can see right here. Get loose threads off too. And then what we're going to do is remember where the end of your sleeve hole is. That is right here. So that when we go to do this, take it down just slightly at an angle. This is how you want to do this. So what I'm doing right here is just cutting out the front of the shirt. My scissors only want to react when they want to. Oh, how funny. Okay, now like here's the real beginning of your sleeve hole, but we're making it like that because we are adding in, what? A different sleeve. So I'm going to cut this whole thing out. Then we'll get that over there. Am I adding a pocket onto this? I'm not sure. I could, because I could add in this kind of pocketing into that. And you might want to know what color I'm using for the sleeves. Oh, sorry guys, I'm trying not to trip. Gotta reach over and get it. I'm using this. You guys know this from a different sew that I've recently done, that dress. So this is what I'm using for the sleeving. And if I wanted a kangaroo pocket, I would probably use that. But it's this shirt, if I made it into a sweater, that would be different. Well, technically this is sweater fabric. So whatever. So anyway, let me get this cut because it is nice. It has the blue striping in it. And it, like I said, it's nice. Sometimes Walmart has things, but you know. No, it's real good. I can use either one of my feet for the sewing pedal. Yeah. Yeah. I put some Renew 28 on my knee, down my leg. I should have put it on my hip, but we'll get to that later. The pains of sewing, right? Ooh, that should be a whole other video. So anyway, I have both sleeves cut out. They're actually both here. I'll put that over there for a moment because I need to get the sleeves. I'm not the shoulders. Sleeves. Yeah, we need to get the shoulders together because that helps. Yeah, I just have one of those J's. So, what I want to try to do is like flip the material over and see if it'll match better. With this material, it doesn't matter which side you put it on. Both sides are the same. So what I would like to do, Viv knows I'm notorious for putting lines in a straight order. Unless it doesn't necessarily work out that way and it's off just by a poquito, and then I'm not too worried about it. So it looks like right here, yeah, that ain't gonna matter. That ain't gonna matter. So I'll just go ahead and flip it back the other way because it's not gonna matter. It's great stretchy material. Really is. I think that's gonna look nice. Anyway, so let me get this pinned, sewn at the shoulders, and then we will come back to pin the sleeves on, and I will show you, like instead of sewing the sleeves on before you sew the sides, I will sew the sleeves on before I sew the sides, because I'll tell you what, that makes it a lot easier. Now, I will show you why it is so much more easy to pin your sleeve before you close off the sides, because this, to me, this also makes a lot more sense to do it this way. But the simple fact is you don't have to like flip it inside out, you know, or have the side out, have your sleeve, you know, already sewn, and then you need to attach it as well. A lot of people do that as well. And to me, that you just make it harder on yourself when you do that. So for me, I basically like to leave it open. Don't even sew the sleeve together yet. Leave that until after you're done with this part, if that makes any kind of sense to you. Because you're able to take your sleeving, lay it out like this. That way when you come up to this part right here, it's basically lays out better because this is how you cut it. So I'm going to pin this. We'll get this back on the machine. Now I can also show you the other way to do it if you like, but I'm lacking on time today, and yeah, I wanted to get crack-lacking on sewing earlier, but sometimes things happen in the day. You know what I mean? And that's all right. I have this theory that things happen for a reason. but I think a lot of people think that. So let me finish getting this pinned, put back on the machine, sew this one, and then show you how it looks after it's sewn, because that'll be fantabulous. Now, I was going to say sew now. You guys would think that was just another sewing pun. Okay, well, so now we are sewing on that sleeve. Yes, this is, you're going to really realize how much more easy it is to do this with, before you sew that close. Like I said, this is way much easier. What's wrong with me? It's way easier, I'll tell you that. It is. This is way easier. You're not going to have such a struggle. Just be careful where the pins are. That's why you guys sometimes see me like dainty hold things like that, because I don't want to jab my fingies. So let me finish sewing this sleeve on here, and then I will show you the outside. Clean hem. We love those. Oh, baby Yoda. That's not why we're back here. Okay, so I wanted to show you this. Take off the stray one. And show you how clean. Look at that. That is so nice. It's so nice together. Anyway, you can also see the blue in this light a lot better. This is kind of what we call a stone blue. And then, of course, you have this teal blue. And this is also a teal blue. I know it looks green on camera, but in person, that's actually blue. So, I'm going to get the other sleeve on here. Sew that on real quick. Then we're going to sew up the sides and get this finished. Yeah, this is just, and I just can't wait to show you the completed thing when this is done, because I said a shorter sleeve, but I'm going to go ahead and sew it this way for now, because you know it's cold out there. It is cold out there. Oh my gosh. And then, oh no, it skipped a stitchy poo right there. So I'll also have to tack that down real quick, because we can't have this be getting tacky. There's a Weird Al song called Tacky. That song has been stuck in my head for the last couple of days, because there was some tacky person somewhere that did something. And I'm like thinking to myself, that person's just tacky. Because they had too much on, because they're tacky. Okay, and we're not here to sing a song, because we're not tacky. Now, when I go to sew down the sides, what I like to do is make sure that when I'm going to sew the sides, I'm actually going to be sewing, let me get this thread, sewing the sleeve shut as well. Now, this is very important to do. And then I'm actually going to put some neck banding on, which is going to be really cute. And I'm not sure if I'm going to band the bottom of it. I might not. But I am definitely going to put a coordinating neckband to this fabric. Just put a strip of that around. It'll be really cute. So the first thing that we want to do, obviously, is pin. It's got to have your pins. Okay. And as you notice, I didn't pin very, like at the very end of this. I did not. That is because I'm going to roll that back, take a strip of the stripy fabric, and sew that along there. Now, I have the option of sew that on before I close the sleeve, or can do it after. You know, me and sleeves and being able to do this, okay? This was not hard for me to do. For some people, it's not their their niche to be able to do that. So while I'm jabbering along, you guys know it doesn't matter how much pain I'm actually in physically. I'm always going to try to stay cheery. It just doesn't matter. So, and if you've ever noticed how far apart I lay my pins, is because I don't think it's necessarily to have your pins like every half an inch. Because with a fabric like this, you kind of need to give it a little boquito of a stretch as you're sewing it, and it helps not to have like a gajopples of pins next to each other. So I'm gonna finish pinning this. We will get this back on the machine to sew this side and then sew the other side, sew that collar, and we will so be finished with this and sewing. And now that that's pinned together, we can sew up them sides. And I will show you that. I'm actually sewing with my hurt foot. I know I shouldn't be, but it's the dominant one. Don't worry, I put the Renew 28 on. So, I know this is a particular shirt design that I hadn't sewn yet. So I have the chance to do this and have the knowledges of how to put this one together. Don't ever be afraid to try a new sewing project or a new project in general. That's how you teach yourself how to go more forward in life. Did I just have a needle poke me? No, that's not even down there. Oh my gosh, this house is haunted anyway. You guys know that? Something poked me in the leg. That was weird. Hold on. Don't worry. That noise was just me running out of bobbin. So, lucky for me, I have extra of this white thread. That comes in handy. Just pop your garment back on the machine. Yes. Lower that needle. Lower the presser foot. And just keep on sewing. Remember, when things like that happen, stop and check your machine because you could break something. And we don't want our investments broken. Definitely don't want our investments broken. That's why I try to be very careful with my equipment. Now we are coming around the corner. Sorry guys, I forgot I still have that on. So we're coming around the corner. I just got so entangled in this and stuff and such that I almost forgot. So anyway, let me finish getting this one sewn and then also the other side, and we will come back to doing the collar. Well, I have something else to add to it. So I just sewed this hood, and I will be sewing it onto the back end of the collar piece like I have this shirt. I sometimes like doing that because you need a comfortable shirt that you can wear as a pajama. This could be a pajama, but with a hood, a pajama shirt. And still, that's something that my lovely friend from the other side of the pond said she would like to see me do as a PJ. Well, this would be the upper half of a PJ, so that still counts. So let me get that pinned, sewed, and I also have the collar piece. We're just going to call this done after I roll the roll hem the sleeve as well. And yeah, we're going to call this done because I'm tired. I really am. Pain wipes me out, but I'm tired. Now, for pinning a hoodie on, don't fool yourself on trying to get this. Make sure you have this correct. Find your middle point on your shirt. Make sure that your hood, I know this sounds weird, is inside out so that the outside of it, when you pin this together, I'm referencing the shirt right here because no, it's outside that. It's a weird way to put this together, trust me. Make sure you double check because I almost pinned this backwards. Oops. I still believe I might be, so give me a moment to figure this out. Like I said, this gets really confusing if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. You guys, the cute on this. Let me try it on real quick. And look at the shirt. Yeah, I know my pants don't match. It doesn't matter. Because the shirt, oh my gosh. Look at how the sleeves turned out. Nice and clean. The hood. The hood. That hood is good, people. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. I love this. This is comfortable. Like I said, this can be worn as a pajama shirt, which is basically what I'll wear my other one for sometime. But this is comfortable. And I'm running out of battery time. So stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And I hope I said that right, which is stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. So, yeah. I've got more sewing stuff to do. I just have to not be in pain to do it. So I will see you guys for that next one, which is those fitty pajamas.